Ready to jump. And away they go now in the first, and Tennessee Oak began pretty well. He's back at the start. And away quickly is Thames over on the outside. Kewney is prominent with Equus when they reach the first of 11 hurdles now. Century's Fox fighting the right has gone to the lead as they settle down from Equus over on the inside of it. Kewney with the rails and moving up Thames on the outside at the second jump. They're followed by Tennessee Oak, now Damaster and Glasnoff. Flash out wide, a Great White Shark behind them on the rail. A break to Yo-Yo Joe, Lord Foster and Academy Boas last when they come towards the third hurdle in the jump now, and go past the winning post with Flash moving up on the outside to go to the lead. And at the turn out of the straight, Flash in front of Equus second, and Thames is up there third. Just behind them then is Kewney over on the inside, being followed by Century's Fox. Glasnoff tracking out wide. Then came Great White Shark getting up on the inside of those, a length and a half to our Damaster. A length further back Tennessee Oak, the favourites together there, followed by Lord Foster, and then Academy Bow. Yo-Yo Joe is back at the tail end of the field when they go to the first on the riverside now. Great White Shark reached for that one a little bit, and Flash has gone out with a good lead now with about 1,800 metres to go. He's gone out the best part of 6 lengths. Equus is second. Thames ahead away third, a length to Glasnoff in fourth placing on the outside of Kewney. Then our Damaster over on the outside improving, and they're followed a length and a half back then by Great White Shark on the inside. When they go past the 1,600, Century's Fox is outside him. 1.5 then to Tennessee Oak, who's drifted back from Lord Foster over on the inside of him now. Second last is Yo-Yo Joe, and Academy Boas last of all. They've run along, 1,400 to go. The pace has been set by Flash. He's 3 lengths in front now. Thames has gone up into second placing. Our Damaster only 3/4 away third when they go to that hurdle, a length to Glasnoff. A length and a half or two further back in the field then is Kewney on the inside, and there's Tennessee Oak starting his run round the outside. He put in a good leap at that. Century's Fox made a mess of it. Great White Shark got up on the inside, and they're followed by Lord Foster. They're bunching now. Then came Yo-Yo Joe a good way back as Academy Bow, and Equus has dropped out to be a bad last when they came to the third last. And Thames straight up on the outside and took the lead now from Flash. 2 lengths back as our Damaster. Glasnoff over on the inside. Round them goes Lord Foster and Tennessee Oak within 3 or 4 of the leading horses now. Back behind them, Great White Shark, hard ridden on the inside when they came near to the home turn. Yo-Yo Joe is under pressure behind it. Century's Fox out wider when they swept around the bend. 550 metres to go now. Thames is going to balance a narrow leader to Lord Foster. Tennessee Oak out wide is getting up to third now when they swing into the straight, clear of our Damaster. In the straight now, and here's the second last one looming up, and Thames the leader to Lord Foster, and Tennessee Oak on the outside. Thames landed a little awkwardly. Lord Foster the outside. Tennessee Oak is under the whip. He's closing at every bound now, and these are the 3 to fight it out at the last now. Lord Foster in the centre, Tennessee Oak the outside, and Thames on the rail. A great battle. Tennessee Oak with a big weight move up to Lord Foster. Tennessee Oak, Lord Foster from Thames on the inside. Tennessee Oak and Lord Foster are having a great battle. Tennessee Oak has to be hard ridden right out to the line and got in. Tennessee Oak ahead to Lord Foster. A length to Thames. 5 lengths away then came Century's Fox and Great White Shark from Yo-Yo Joe Glasnoff. They're followed then by Academy Bow Kewney. Back behind those to finish in the race was Flash. Our Damaster's finished last of the main bunch, and Equus was pulled out of the race.
Number 1, Tennessee.
Was Just Beat It, followed by Expert, who got its head up in the air shortly after. Jump. Major Victory improving. Not far back is Sash. A length and a half hit the wagon. A length Snarl Dame at the end of 250, and Just Beat at the inside with no speed on. Draws through to lead about a half length on Major Victory. 2 lengths to Gullible, followed by its stablemate Sash and Neckbuck on the inside. Expert is wider out, a length to hit the wagon, and 3/4 to Snarl Dame. 700 metres from home, and Just Beat It leads the way from Major Victory. A couple of lengths to Sash and Gullible racing together, followed by Expert. Hit the wagon, a horse off the fence, and and at his quarters near the rails is Snar Dame. On past the 450, travelling to the corner and just beat it, given a bit more rain, leads about 3/4 Major Victory. A length the Gullible, about to pull around the 2 leaders, followed by Expert. Sash looking for the run, hit the wagons into the clear as they set sail for home, and Major Victory got the better of Just Beat It. A length the Gullible, followed by Sash, and then comes Hit the Wagon. Gullible out after Major Victory, Sash going with it, and here's Hit the Wagon coming home doggedly. Gullible hits the front from Sash and Hit the Wagon on the outside, but it's Gullible. Gullible has just beaten Sash, Hit the Wagon, 3rd and 4th Major Victory, followed by Just Beat It, Snar Dame, and Expert was last. Number 2 Gullible has just beaten the stablemate. 2 Gullible has paid $2.90 and $1.80.
Rondeville in 3. Wellington Dreamers joined them. They're all set. Ready to break. Off now. Rondeville began well over near the outside in front of Purbright, Star of Rancho. Bohemian Melody was away fast, and so too was our Croupier. They're all going to come to the grandstand side in this. Our Abolition and Princess on Parade are closer to the middle of the track as they settle fully into stride. And Bohemian Melody had worked to the lead in the first 300 metres. Bohemian Melody, one away from the rail as the leader. Rondeville has the rail out there. Our Croupier going up to join them, and just behind them, our Abolition deep out, being followed by Princess on Parade. Wellington Dreamer not far away from the pace, and then Purbright against the rail. Star of Rancho outside it, followed then by Amalfi Drive, a good way back Demo Girl. Desert Mistral shaken up towards the end of the field, and Court Dancer out in the middle of the course as one of the last, but a pretty tightly bunched unit heading towards the 400 metres now. Bohemian Melody under a bit of pressure. Rondeville against the rail. Our Croupier wider out with our Abolition. Princess on Parade is hard ridden to stay up with them there, and Court Dancer is coming with Amalfi Drive down the middle of the course. At the 200 metre mark, it's a line of about 5 across the track. It's Rondeville on the outside. Our Croupier now with Bohemian Melody between them. Amalfi Drive and bursting through Desert Mistral. Look at this. Rondeville, Desert Mistral diving, and Purbright the outside. Purbright the outside, maybe from Rondeville and Desert Mistral, and a 3-way go, and a beauty just behind them. Court Dancer and Amalfi Drive. They're followed by our Abolition. Then came Demo Girl, followed further back by Princess on Parade, our Croupier, Wellington Dreamer, Star of Rancho, and Bohemian Melody.
This time, Honourable Dudley might have missed it a half or so. We Society Man easing back by design to be at the tail of the field in the early battle for the lead at the 1400. Rocket Flight has won it quite clearly, draws out about 2 in front. Palawan's rider wasn't interested in having a battle for it and is content to sit back in the field restrained, and going to second now from last is Honourable Dudley. 3rd Palawan, 4th the outside Bisney, 1 length away then to on the side. Goes down to the 1,000 by 2.5 Honourable Dudley. A similar margin Palawan restrained quite severely inside of Bisney. A length and a half to Queen of Mars, and 2.5 away We Society Man. Rocket Flight's rider sitting against him as they move down to the 800 metre mark, and shows the way by a couple of lengths to Honourable Dudley, just niggled at a tad. About a length and a half off behind them. Queen of Mars has gone up quickly with Bisney the centre, and Palawan, who's got through on the inside of Honourable Dudley, which shifted a little ground, and 2 lengths to We Society Man, but he's gained some ground too. He's only about 4 or 5 off the lead. Rounding the turn, and the grey Rocket Flight shows the way, a length and a half to Palawan, who got a lovely run up on the inside of Honourable Dudley. Bisney, Queen of Mars is wide, and 2 lengths We Society Man. Homeward bound Rocket Flight by a couple. Honourable Dudley on the outside's having another dig in. Palawan is now under some pressure, so is Bisney, and so too is Queen of Mars, and We Society Man on the outside at the 200 metre mark. Honourable Dudley moves up on the outside of Rocket Flight. This favourite's in trouble. Rocket Flight the inside, and Honourable Dudley further out. Palawan late on the scene. Honourable Dudley in front, and I think Honourable Dudley maybe allowing for the rail out. It might be Honourable Dudley from Palawan, who shifted out deep. Wider out was Bisney, We Society Man, back to the inside Rocket Flight and Queen of Mars. Small field, but an interesting finish.
Griffiths, and to Adam Sangster, congratulations.
The outside jumped in front. Vesper Star is racing it, however. Not far away is Visionary, and the same can be said now for going through nearer to the inside. Ace of France, followed at the head of the others by Nick's Magic. Now, as they sort themselves out, racing down to the 1,000 metres, and here it's Mr. Bow joined by Vesper Star, with Mr. Bow now a half Vesper Star, 2 to Ace of France and Visionary, followed by Dracula, Fonseca, Nick's Magic and Belmount Gambler. They race along past the 800 marker, and the pilot here by about 3/4 of a length is Mr. Bow. He's getting his mouth wide open. He's about 3/4 to a half length clear on Vesper Star. 2 to Ace of France. On the inside next is Visionary. Then Fonseca a length and a half. Nick's Magic and Dracula. Dracula being the outside. And Belmount Gambler whips them in as they travel to the corner at the 350. And Vesper Star again punching through to join Mr. Bow. A length and a half to Ace of France and Dracula. Taken to the extreme outside as they swing into the stretch. And the leader now, Vesper Star, got away from Ace of France. And on the outside next, Mr. Bow weakening. Visionary into the clear, but Dracula's now in full flight. He wanted to hang in rather noticeably. Nick's Magic is coming out after Dracula, who hit the front, but not for long. Nick's Magic put paid to Dracula in the last 50. Dracula's coming again. Will he make it? Oh, gee, might have. Gosh, there was a checkered run down the straight. Dracula or Nick's Magic from Visionary, followed home by Vesper Star, Ace of France, and then on the extreme outside, Mr. Bow, Belmount Gambler, and last of all was Fonseca.
Good betting race this, and they're all set for the third of the day. Gates back, off and racing. Metal Trader, one of the first out, away quickly. Protege on the outside. Gliding Light is handy to them from Bulter. Santiro going up on the outside when they settle down. Mighty Impulse drifting back to be about second or third last, with Protege racing to the lead now. The grey filly took it up heading to the 1,400 metres, and it's Protege 3/4 up on Santiro second. Metal Traders 3/4 back on the rails third. Gliding Light the outside fourth. Length and a half then to Bulter. Mighty Impulse one further back, Pharaoh's Ruler, and they're followed by Centerain over on the outside with King's Hero just inside it, back last of all. They've passed the 1,200 metres, and Protege just over a length in front of Santiro. Metal Trader a length and a half away third. Gliding Light a neck back fourth the outside. 2 lengths to Bulter, inclined to pull. Mighty Impulse over on the outside. He's letting loose on it now, Gauchi, moving up quickly on Mighty Impulse when the pace slowed. He's rushed right around them, might go to the lead here. Mighty Impulse has raced to the front at the 800 metres over Protege and Santiro. 2 lengths back, Gliding Light fourth on the outside of Metal Trader. Then Centerain followed by King's Hero, Bulter, and 2 lengths last, Pharaoh's Ruler when they came to the 600 metres. And it was Bold Tactics on Mighty Impulse. Darren Gauchi leads them into the straight here. Protege second, Santiro third the outside. They're followed by Gliding Light, pulled to the outside for her run, and then Metal Trader, who's behind them under pressure, and a gap to Bulter when they came to the 3 now. And Mighty Impulse again joined by Protege, who raced to the lead, but here's Gliding Light coming on the outside. Santiro trying to go with them. Mighty Impulse has gone. Gliding Light had raced to the lead inside the 200 over Protege. She raced clear of them now. Then came Metal Trader and Bulter coming home well, but Gliding Light is racing away, and Gliding Light scores very impressively over 2 lengths to Metal Trader, half ahead to Bulter third, a gap to Protege, followed by Santiro, Mighty Impulse, and they're followed then by Centerain towards the end of the field. Going over the line in second last place is King's Hero, and Pharaoh's Ruler was last of all.
Gliding Light, $4, $1.80 second.
Gliding Light, the winner, ridden by Brett Preble, beautifully handled by Brett, who had a double at Moonee Valley on Wednesday.
Jumped away. Showy was a little slow to get into stride, as was Mr. Logical and Tinton Abbey. Acidic came out nicely. It's looking for the lead, and going with it too was the grey Tecracy. They show the lead now by share the lead by about 2 lengths to Bakutsi, going to third around Marzio, the centre, and over on the inside Ballata. A length then to Aces Royale, checking off heels, and over on the outside then came Tinton Abbey. Not a lot of speed on. Further back to Showy, and they were followed back behind them second last by Danish Habit, and a half the outside to Mr. Logical, easing up on the wire. As they head down the side now, and the leader is Acidic, it's about a length and a quarter in front of, in second placing, Tecracy. A couple of lengths away, maybe a shade more to Bakutsi third. Fourth Ballata, fifth Marzio outside of the favourite. That's Aces Royale. They're just quickening slightly now. Further back, Tinton Abbey on the outside of Showy, and Mr. Logical is still deep at the 800 on the side, with on the inside still there battling away on the rail is Danish Habit. Acidic the leader by about a half length.
There's a protest third against second, alleging interference early in the straight.
And drew out about 3 in front. Third placing Bakutsi. Fourth placing now is Marzio on the outside of Ballada, who's hard ridden, and then Tintin Abbey. Showy Aces Royale's got a job to do from here. She's held up badly behind Horse's End, locked away on the rail. Further back behind those then came Danish Heaven. Last for home was Mr. Logical, but Acidic slipped away. 2.5 clear now. In second placing, Marzio runs on, and then Tintin Abbey putting in with Showy. Aces Royale is hard ridden behind those, but it's still Acidic the leader. Showy down the outside is coming quickly now with Tintin Abbey. Showy's hit the front. Tintin Abbey, Marzio trying to get a run between horses with Acidic, but it's Showy in front, and Showy, I think a nose to